I've really invested my entire career in behavioral health, and because of that, I've made it a really intentional path to understand all of behavioral health. So my early days, I actually started as a therapist, so I have a master's in mental health counseling, and enjoyed doing that for quite a few years. I went on then to run a residential treatment facility for a while, both for men and women. And then I stepped over into the policy side. So I worked with the state of Kansas as a policymaker for some years, and really discovered my love for policy and advocacy. So went on to lead a state trade association representing providers all over the state, and then took that to a national level. I worked in DC for several years with the National Trade Association, and really to round out some of that experience was my last stop, which was working as the chief growth officer of a managed behavioral health organization. So really being able to experience life both as a consumer of therapy and treatment, but also as a therapist, as a leader of a provider organization, trade organization, and a payer organization really helped me to understand best behavioral health from every aspect. Behavioral health is absolutely so important, both in my life, but also I think how we exist in a community. It impacts our families, it impacts our loved ones, our friends, and really if I took a bigger picture, it really impacts the community as a whole. So as I think of that, what I really quickly pivot to is access, that people have the ability to access care when and where they need it at the right time and place. And really what that does for us is it helps to avoid more acute situations or other exacerbations of physical health issues. So really I think part of my calling is to make sure that everyone, not just those who have the ability to pay, but those that do not, have access to high quality care. I go back to the roots of community mental health and 60 plus years and a dedication to the mission to serving all. You have other niche providers that perhaps only see a commercial population, or they've decided to only serve a group of people. I think the roots and the foundation of community behavioral health are really in the name itself, a commitment to all of the community. Jefferson Center is rooted to the community and the community to it. And the other thing that I just find so endearing is the commitment to the mission. So the elements of inspiring hope and empowering individuals and serving individuals, helping them improve their lives, and then service to the community. I find that inspiring, and frankly, it's really what drew me to the organization and so many others who are equally as committed. The board, the staff, the executive team, everyone that I have visited with is incredibly passionate about what we're doing here. And as I said, it draws you in. It's something to be inspired by and wanting to be a part of. The gala was a wonderful experience, and what a great way to meet an organization, so to speak, at such a joyous event. It was resoundingly the same message over and over again, which is what great things are happening at Jefferson Center, but also I left feeling a great bit of responsibility to continue this great foundation and this great commitment of the organization. I hope what people find is that I share the commitment that everyone in the organization has. I am deeply invested in pushing us forward in the most responsible way that we can in a very changing environment. I think the foundation of innovation, the agility to move quickly to meet the community's demands and needs, I think you will find all of that. But on a personal level, I hope that folks find me as warm. I hope someday you'll find me as inspiring, because that is what I aspire to be, is inspiring to and with others. And I think there's a real element of servant leadership that I believe that I espouse. Others that I've worked with in the past have shared with me that they have just loved my passion for this work, and that does lead to us all being able to work together and inspire others. My family consists of my husband, and I have 2 little girls. One is 9 and the other is 5, so we are at that really fun and creative stage of life. And we do have a little furry fellow. His name is Emerson. He's a Havanese. So in between that, we keep quite busy between school activities. Something fun is my oldest daughter is now in karate, so we get to have lots of fun time at karate practice together as a family. Her aunt even likes to come and watch, and so we've really made it a family affair. I think in the first 30 days, what folks could expect is to have me doing a lot of listening and learning. So, part of coming into this great organization is to understand all the programs, the services, really dive into the culture that we've established, dive into our principles and our values. But I want to listen. So you'll see me at lots of the locations. You'll see me doing coffees and chats. And really learning about what's going well in the organization, where do we have some challenges or some barriers that I could help work alongside our team to resolve, and then really where do we need to grow, what do we need to do differently or better or pay more attention to make sure that we're successful in serving those in our community.